Speaking of that, we got Team Wars 36. A very interesting week, honestly. Interesting choices, although the choices were mostly the same for everybody. Now, one thing I wanted to just note in this Team Wars was that, you know, I've noticed that as you start playing, as you've been playing for years and years and years, it starts kind of just becoming like a single rock, paper, scissors interaction over and over and over and over again. So for instance, on this one, you're saving your poison to hit BHK and Bebe and Mecha, you know, something like that. You're trying to hit multiple targets. Maybe you hit Professor Chaos, maybe you hit Dougie, something like that. Obviously, DSR is for Murph or the Maxi, which means you never play those together, right? And then the Dougie, you probably don't want to ever play if, you know, they haven't already played their Chaos, because then it's just a negative return. You want to save your Chaos for Dougie, or potentially like maybe saving like a Mecha play or something like that. You maybe don't want to poison until they play their regen, because then they can just outdo that. Maxi, maybe you don't play Maxi until they poison, because then you can save people. So there's a lot of like, just like if they play this, you play this like almost every time. If you don't have those cards, you know, maybe you gotta make shift and try to figure out what the best play is. But at the end of the day, there's so many like clearly correct interactions. Like, for instance, Murph against Dougie, if you have nothing else. Obviously, Professor Chaos is your first choice, but Murph against Dougie is good because it stuns him. Secondly would be Stan the Great, because you could use the ability on him. After that, it would be DSR, maybe. Obviously, things you don't want to use on that, but there's kind of like a hierarchy of ways you deal with each card. And you always try to play the best one. And if you don't have that one, you have to, you know, pick and choose which one. And sometimes it's, you know, one week you have to DSR a bunch of units and none of them are tanks, but they just slammed everything. So you have to DSR and then you can poison them. And then if your cards get poisoned, you could regen them. Like, but you have to think, is it worth it right there? Maybe at that point you just let them die. It's a lot of times in a week like this, you just want to bait the poison, and then, you know, I'll show that. I do that definitely a lot of times, but we'll have some fun here. And I'll show you where all those interactions and everything that I was talking about, how they all show up in the game. So here's an example. The Chaos for the Dougie, because of the levels, basically free. The Murph, gotta love the Murph. Big Mesquite Murph. Now the BHK, just to take out the Professor Chaos. He doesn't stop the BHK, so that's good. New Kid stops him, so I wasn't really in threat there. If that would have been a level 5 Professor Chaos, I probably would have played Stan the Great there instead of BHK. But here we have pretty good health because DSR is full health and Murph is about to die, so I felt like BHK was okay. And also it's kind of a poison, it's a poison, what was it called? Like poison bait, because if you poison that, I'm probably still gonna take the bar because you're not gonna kill me fast enough. Dougie's quick. Dougie's quick. I don't know why you didn't. I don't know why you kept playing. That was a Merc Demon though. Shout out to Merc Demons. Cool people over there. And Duardu, Donopolis team. The two teams I recognize were Merc Demons and this Donopolis team, which is why I cried. The two teams I recognized, and they were terrible matches. Okay, so here's an example. What card do you play here? In my opinion, I could have played Elf King Bradley in the corner, something like that. But in my opinion, I have the Dragon Slayer, so if he tries to build a big push, I can counter it. I have the BHK, which is big part of the counter push. I have the regen, which keeps the BHK alive. So in this moment, I think, okay, I'm gonna play Dougie, force him to play whatever to deal with it, and then I deal with, I go from the cycle from there. We see what cycle leads us from there. So now we got the Bebe, which is pretty good, kind of a slow defensive card. The BHK we play because we know we have the Murph ready. Like I said, Murph stuns him, so if that was even a higher level BHK or Dougie, it wouldn't have mattered. Now I could just send Murph to New Kid right here and still take the bar. But the question would be, would Maxi go with the Murph or would Maxi head towards New Kid? Not positive. So we just sit here and we just let our Murph get absolutely stacked. He's gonna have what, like 80 attack here maybe? We'll see when he goes. We're just gonna see if we're gonna Elf King Bradley there too. 112. That's brutal. That's basically game over. Can we keep the BHK alive? The regen. That's just brutal. So yeah, a lot of the time, and this is why sometimes Slave can be a problem, especially if BHK Slave is out there. If you can get one of their units on your side, and it'll take a long time to kill them, and you're stacking up BHK on like a tank, that's game over. Here's another example. Let's look at the start. Honestly, I like holding the Stand the Great to potentially take away BHK's value if somebody gets really good BHK value. So I could have led Stand the Great in the corner, but I feel like it's better not to waste him. I feel like the best lead this week is Mecha Timmy behind New Kid, or Mecha Timmy. Maybe it's better to play him in the corners because they could Inkin plus poison, but I don't think you're gonna see Inkin very much this week. So again, we play the Dougie. It's pretty high level Dougie. Okay, so note here, I know that this Professor Chaos is high enough level that it'll kill this Dougie. If this Dougie was level 7 or 6, I would have played Professor Chaos up here. The reason I didn't do that is because it's possible to play the Professor Chaos here and miss the stun. It's very possible depending on the timing. So since I wasn't positive on the timing there, I just delayed it and made sure it hit him at least, you know, hit him at least once. And I knew I was gonna get him, so. If he had a higher level, would have been a little bit harder to deal with. Now watch this play. I don't want to use the DSR and knock back that Bebe out of my range, because then if I try to play midline and get to that Bebe, they could stop me and it could end up bad for me. I'm not too worried about it with a level 3 Murph, but we're trying to play perfectly here, right? So I play my Elf King behind her so that the DSR doesn't knock her, oh look at that, doesn't knock her back, and we take her out right away. And then we have a little bit of value out there, so we play the BHK and get it up there. My BHK got crazy heals on these games. He got the last hit so often, it saved me so many times. What up, Grumpy? Glad you're here, buddy. Bebe can maybe take out the BHK. No, but see, there's another one. That heal there is brutal, but the regen also keeps him alive. Regen is brutal. If that BHK gets those last hits, man, it's brutal. Healing every single person. It's so crazy that he has that. He's 3 cost, and he has those 2 abilities. If he had a little more health, like if they would have given him the Midberry Crunch treatment, he'd be one of the best cards in the game. But the fact that he just dies to so much, usually to an Inkin Blast or something, he's not usually good. Or you can just purify it or something, you know? Why is Murph's... Am I crazy or is Murph's... Wait, hold on. Is it the other... Is it left? It's, to me, it seems like Murph's sound is really quiet compared to everyone else's. Is that just me? There's an example. Don't play both of the tanks because DSR is gonna take... I mean, the value that you get from the DSR... This fucking dummy! It's Mikey getting the sub from Jimmy James. Appreciate you, buddy. The amount of value you get if you hit Maxi and Murph with the DSR is just crazy. Got tired of being tied for 2nd place. Oh, right on, bro. Now you gotta beat Caffeinated Beans before the game ends and I have to quit streaming because nobody watches me. You gotta beat Caffeinated Beans. Excuse me. My nickname Nobody. My nickname No. You know, I still have her on Instagram. I should hit her up and be like, hey, come give me all your money again. All right, we got Big Mesquite Murph versus Big Mesquite Murph. Uh-oh. What is that? Uh-oh. Is he cheating? No, that she didn't. She did that separate. She did that like 10 at a time over a long time. or like 5 at a time. She did it like she had like 100 plus to Fat Seb, more to Roman. I think she had some to Pegs a lot. She said she would get her YouTube money and then donate it to people. Pretty much anyone playing South Park. Interesting glitches, but we're all right. Hey, what's up, Likerton? Bukaki Tsunami in the house. We got that, once again, that 128 on the Murph. I mean, that's half a bar from one Murph hit. Like, how are you supposed to stop that? You know what I mean? Like, that's just absolutely brutal. Just absolutely brutal. Think she was drunk? I don't think every time, but probably sometimes, yeah. I feel like she was. She was also kind of peer pressured into it, I think, a little bit, which is partially why I dislike a few people. But she left. She's dead like Pegs. They fell off a cliff and died on impact. This is an interesting setup. You kind of want to mind control him, but you don't want to. Now he can just mind control you right back. He chooses not to, which is interesting. Mind controls my Mackie, which my Mackie, I feel like my like I know Bebe doesn't have a lot of health, but like, wait, what is that plus 131? Am I going crazy? What is that 131 from? Oh, she killed Mecha? Oh yeah, she's got the range boost. Okay, but no, this hit, that feels like a ton of health. I know Bebe doesn't have a lot of health, but like, he's only got what, 114 or something? And it's more, did he double hit right there? Am I crazy? That seemed like a lot. Or did Bebe's attack maybe already hit or something? I don't know. That's something weird happened there. Hey, what up, Akagi? Something weird happened there. Maybe just Bebe has no health, but she's still got like almost 400, doesn't she? It's like 3 something. Could be wrong, I guess. She might only have 200, then it makes sense. All right, Shadow Facts. The Mackie level 7 is tough to deal with. At this point, oh, we should have freeze raid. But the speedy mecha double shots, that was a visual bug. He did hit him twice. That was the blue badger visual bug. What up, Akagi? Welcome in. Doomgaze, welcome in. The Bebe is getting Mackie boost and hits your Bebe. The Bebes get the Mackie. No, but the Mackie got mind controlled, so it wasn't giving her the boost anymore. It seemed like Mackie was getting the Bradley boost, which is weird. Was that no, what was the unit? What was the melee unit that was getting the Elf King Bradley boost for some reason? Do you guys remember that? When Elf King Bradley just came out. So here's a setup for me. Don't hate that Dougie play. He'll probably take the bar. Probably shouldn't have even played the Bradley there, but gotta stop him from getting 2 bars on the side from the Dougie. Mackie might have been giving the boost to their Bebe. Oh, and it just didn't show that. And then Bebe hit their Bebe, hit my Bebe at the same time. Could have been it. The enemy MC your Mackie and gave his Bebe the boost, then she hit my Bebe. Ah, okay. So I was right, one of the other units hit him at the same time. I swear I didn't see that missile at all. Missile! Great poison there. Gotta love the poison. That plus 122 from the BHK is so brutal, because like, plus 122 health when New Kid is hitting you is like 10 hits, right? New Kid's like, what, 12 HP in that level? 14 or something like that? It's so low. I'm so confused about that woman I was just talking about. Oh, Bebe? Who are you talking about? There was a visual glitch because she was about to... Oh, it did the thing where, like, she switched targets, like, right when somebody died. Gotcha. That makes more sense, then. All right, see what I was talking about? There's that... So he could, like, poison plus Inkin if the Inkin was leveled. So that is kind of a bad mecha play, maybe. But, like, also, if I play mecha on the bottom and he plays Dougie on the top side and I can't get the mind control, you know, there's could be problems there. We're trying to get... the ability, yeah, we're trying to save the mecha, and the mecha survives. You know the story about the car. Oh God, I don't even know what you were talking about. The car. Oh, okay, no. No, that's a joke. That's a throwback to Happy Gilmore when his girlfriend leaves him and his grandma asks what happened. And instead of saying they broke up, he says he keeps coming up with creative ways that she died because he thinks like grandma doesn't remember. So he's like, oh no, she fell off a cliff. She died on impact. Oh no, she got hit by a bus. She's dead. Those are the only two I remember. But there's two girls in our past of the stream. One of them, well, I guess Caffeinated Bean is now the third one, but there's Pegs a Lot, who got caught sending tit pics to fellow South Parkers, and her boyfriend told her to choose us or him, and I guess she fucking chose him. What a fucking pussy. And then Caffeinated Bean hung out with us for a long time. She streamed a bit, and then she just moved on, didn't want to play anymore. I don't blame her. She wasn't very good at the game. She was a very, very nice girl, though. And then there was Patriarchy Smasher, a.k.a... What did she change her name to? Symptomatic Sea Urchin. That's what she changed her name to. Because one of my viewers, I guess, was stalking her or something. One of my viewers was her. She started watching my stream because her boyfriend watched me, or vice versa. I think her boyfriend started watching me because she watched me. And then they broke up. And then, like, she got awkward when he was around, so that she changed her name because he was, like, stalking her on the stream. I have no idea if that's true or not. But, so she... After all that happened, she started dating some dude that had kids from Iowa and moved, after like a month of knowing this guy, moved to Iowa to be with him and his kids. So I'm quite certain she actually did get serial killed. I'm actually quite certain she did get serial killed. I think the boyfriend was Saturn Rises. No, it was like Robot something. It was Robot. I remember it being Robot something. She might actually be dead. Yeah. Sea Urchin legitimately might have gotten serial killed. She said she never said goodbye. She never did anything. She just one day she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm moving to Iowa to be with my boyfriend." And I was like, "Your boyfriend with 2 kids?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right." And then we never heard from her again. So either she got ultimatums too, or she's in a in a burn barrel in an Iowa field somewhere. He was married. I think they were separated, divorcing. He was single for sure, but it might not have been official. Okay, that was a terrible Professor Chaos. Like, worst Professor Chaos ever. I guess I prevented him from attacking my new kid with my mecha, I guess. I don't know. Hope she's okay. Yeah, I think Akuma used to talk to her. I can ask Akuma if he ever got indication, like a goodbye, like a hey, I'm not hanging out on the stream anymore or whatever, you know. She was funny. Her and Jeff interacting was the funniest shit ever. She played Fall Guys with us one time. She had this like crazy southern drawl. So funny. So funny. Anyway, Skull Tropper, the Dougie lead. Gotta love that. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Does this guy not play? Oh wait, he just massively baited. He jabaited me, dude. He jabaited me. You know, it's probably one of these people is Sea Urchin, and she she just changed her name or got a new account and she didn't want to be known anymore. So she's like catfishing us. It's probably Rhubarb. Rhubarb, are you sea urchin? Can we take out the mecha with the heal? That's the biggest part. Yes, we did. That's good. Now we kind of just slow play. We want the Belf. If we can get... I don't mind that because now we got the DSR. We're mostly just building a push to give up, if that makes sense. Now the mecha, there you go, I like this. I like this. Ooh, that's good though. That reset though. That reset's actually really good for us. We could build a push here. That's what we needed. We needed a tank. The regen comes out, but his tank is already down. Let's survive the poison. I think they were gonna survive the poison anyway. It looks like a low level poison, but well played. Well played either way. Even if it was max poison, we would have saved him with the maxi. Get the mind control on the cyborg before it matters. We could have waited, but the problem is if Mecha takes the cyborg hit there, then he can mind control one of my guys. Like, it's pretty bad. Never saw level 1 poison. Yeah, that had to have been level 4 poison. Murph lead right here would be good. Stand the great lead. This is potential. This is the adventure luck, so the Dougie is only level 4, so basically useless. Dragon Slayer is only 3. Chaos is 4, which I think is fine. BHK is only 4, which is kind of an issue. Stand the Great, 6. Not terrible levels this week. Definitely, we have to definitely slow play much better. So if we poison here and he regens, we're in trouble. But if we take the bar, it just depends. We poison, forces him to play 3 energy that he doesn't get back. Or that doesn't build into the push, right? So this isn't the worst if I can get the right push out. So the BHK has to come out and we have to get a tank here. All right, there's the priest. We hopefully don't want to lose the bar, but we do. The BHK gets rocketed backwards, so this is okay. The poison comes out to kill the BHK, but we save him with the Mackie. So now we have the Mackie building up with an okay setup here. 6 energy. Pretty much all of his range cards here are dead. We could regen here to keep the BHK alive if he plays somebody. He could Professor Chaos it though, but no. We get the heal. Interesting. BHK gets onto New Kid. Now BHK gets hit by New Kid. Very, very scary there. If he would have had a little bit differently there, we wouldn't have gotten any value there. But we basically take the bar. Once again, we play it safe with the Chaos because the levels are low. Whoa, there we go. We can mind control the mecha right here at the end. We could win it. No, instead we steal a Sizzle, and the Sizzle takes out his mecha. No, a little bit of a low level mecha there. Mecha is only like level 3 on this account, so yeah, only level 3. So not the greatest, but not a good poison on his side. But the level 3 mecha holding his own, baby. Holding his own. You sure? It was almost healing my unit. That's funny. Thanks for telling me I'm just king of getting back into the game again. I'm just king. Oh, nice, dude. I've been watching your quick packs videos every night when I get That's nice, dude. That's like the perfect amount of time then for you. Appreciate you, man. It means a lot. For those of you guys that watch them all the way through, it means a lot. Watch time is one of the biggest things to get the videos out there. Oh, and that's the end. Gotta admit, not really any great matches this week. It's usually, I like when there's cows because like it gives the other guy a chance. Like the other guy could like play bold and like get 2 bars at the beginning and I have to try to beat him before he gets cows again because like, it's hard to stop him from getting 1 bar depending on the week. Like that one week it was like Satan plus Fireball, like all this stuff, easy. But it was pretty fun. Anyway, I'm gonna announce once again to everybody that's here and to anybody who made it this far on YouTube, tomorrow on the live stream, which is gonna be around this same time, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central, that time frame usually. A lot of times we go later than 11 p.m. though. But we're gonna do South Park Reddit Roundup, whatever lame name you want to call it. Alliterations are appreciated. But anyway, we're gonna go through South Park Phone Destroyer Reddit. This is something we used to do. I don't think we've ever actually done it on Reddit, but something we used to do every week with the weekly update was go on to.
Are you sure about that?
I've thought about it. We got to do it. Something we used to do every week with the weekly update, which was we went through Team Wars, and then we also went through the update every week. So back when there were updates, we went through the updates, and part of that. I think we also used to always go through the next week's picks, but part of that was going through the forum after the update and reacting to people who were commenting on the forum about the update and stuff, right? So it was a cool way to interact with the community, talk a little shit, agree with some people. But the Reddit is still fairly active. I wouldn't say it's like super, super active. So I'm not sure if this is something that we could do every week to justify jumping in there. But if we jump in every month, maybe there's half an hour of shit talking we can do, possibly. But I would appreciate it if you guys showed up tomorrow, because having other people to bounce off in chat and stuff like that will be important for that. And I'd appreciate it if, when that comes out on YouTube to check it out. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully that'll be something that we can do maybe once a month at the beginning of the month, first week of the month or something like that. We'll jump in and we'll lay down the law on South Park Reddit. SPPD Reddit, baby. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Quick packs coming up.